Hey there, let's look at how to make Afrohouse step by step in FL Studio. We'll be going over the drums, chord progressions, melodies, and even the arrangement. So if you're new, hit the subscribe button down below and let's get started. Now, when making any genre of music, Afrohouse inclusive, you always want to make sure you have the right tempo range, and usually it's between 115 to 130. Now, you most likely find lots of Afrohouse songs around 115, 120, 125, okay? But some can extend or be below that range, okay? So I'm going to come to the tempo right here and set mine to 120 at the top by right clicking, type in values. Already 120, but I could just, type 120, 118, choose any number within that range. And you don't have to stick to it. You can always change it as you progress in your production, okay? Right here, we have our kick, our rim, a percussion, and we have a claps. And we have some shaker loops and percussion loops. Now, I pre-selected this sound just to make sure you easily understand the tutorial, because Afrohouse, while it sounds simple, it can be quite technical, okay? So just let me know in the comment section if you want this project file, and if I see enough people want it, I can make it available for you guys to download for free. So I'm going to come to the kick right here and just start with a simple kick pattern. I want to doom, 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 doom. So let's do that. Turn off the metronome, come to pattern mode. So I'm going to extend it so that I have more room to play with, more wiggle room. Extend that a little bit. Nice. And then we'll come to the rim, and then we have this. And then we have our perk. And then we'll come here. And then let's try this here, and here it sounds. Nice. So I'll simply drag and drop this right here on the playlist. Then duplicate that for like 4 bars. All right, we'll have that on 4 bars. I'm going to create like a clap pattern, because I'm going to use the clap at varying intervals. I don't want to like stay all through, so that's why I'm having it on a different pattern. So you could just simply layer with the kick mostly. Then we can have maybe something like this. I'm going to adjust the velocity, play with the velocity around for the rest of them so that it feels more human, it shouldn't just sound flat. Then simply duplicate that across the board. So we can add our shaker loop. And then we can add our tambourines. This is how it sounds, by the way. Then we're here with the drums. Hey there, before we go any further, I want to let you know that I do offer one-on-one private coaching. I'll teach you personally how to make beats or how to mix and master professionally. So all you have to do is contact this WhatsApp number on your screen, and let's get to know each other and see how I can help you achieve the goal and the results that you actually want. So without wasting any more time, let's get back to the lesson. All right, now we're going to create our chord progression. So I'm going to create an empty pattern and paste it right here and come to piano roll, but I'll be using Lounge Lizard to create the chord. And I'm going to be working on F major. All right. So to create our chord is quite simple. I'm going to click on any of the notes that make up the light gray line, and I'll simply click that in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you simply want to count 1, 3, 5 on the light gray line. Okay, number 1, wherever you start from is your number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. So reduce velocity. I'm going to increase the length of the note a bit because it's quite short. Then I'm going to duplicate that, and then I can simply go up and down by holding shift, or just use my mouse to move it up and down. So we have then I can repeat this. I think I'll need to extend my drums to keep up. So I can highlight this and move it up or down. Let's hear how it sounds when it goes down. Then maybe I'll break this up and take this down as well. I think this last chord could be better, so let's try something else. Yeah, perfect. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce some notes to like break up the flow a little bit, just so it sounds a little bit more exciting, because it kind of sounds a bit too straight, and nothing wrong with that. I want it to have like some jumps here and there. So I'm going to highlight this and reduce the length of this. Then we hold Command and left click and drag to highlight the chords. Hold Shift and left click and drag to create a duplicate copy. Or you can just simply press Command B or Ctrl B. Boom, we have that. Now I can also move this up or down to get, you know, more interesting sounds. So I could also do the same thing here. Now that's sounding pretty good, but I like to have bass notes sometimes on my chord progression. So I'll simply highlight this, basically the first note of each chord. Okay, that is the bass note. Okay, by holding Command and Shift or Control and Shift, you can highlight multiple notes. Okay, then you hold Shift and left click and drag, then Command down so that it goes to the lower octave. And I think the chord is a little bit too bright, it's a little bit too open. So I'm going to highlight the third. That is, remember, 1, 3, 5. Okay, so this is a third. Highlight the thirds of each one and then hold Command and down so it brings to the lower octave. Okay, I think that's too heavy. Let's try it with the 5th octave. Perfect. I like it with the 5th notes. I meant not 5th octave, the 5th notes, 1, 3, 5, the 5th. Okay, so I'm going to bring this down as well. 1, 3, 5, basically the top notes. Okay, and then bring it down. Nice, I like how that's sounding. Then I'm going to add a chord layer. I'll simply copy the chord progression. By the way, this is the preset I used for the chords, and if you notice, it sounds a little bit wobbly. That is because it's currently running through Gross Beat and Fruity Reverb. This is Gross Beat setting, this right here, and this is the reverb setting as well. Again, if you want this project file, just let me know in the comment section. Only in the comment section, let me know. And if I say enough people want it for a limited time, I'll put it out for free. So I'm going to copy this and I'll paste this right here. So for this, I'll be using Serum, and this is the preset I'm using, SY Whispers. And this is how it sounds. And if you take a look at the mixer as well, I also have Gross Beat as well. This is the presets, and I have a spread that just make it feel a little bit more open. Next, I'm going to play a lead melody, and I'll be using Serum as well. Now this is the preset PL Alive. So I'll just simply come to the piano roll and then let's play some notes. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. So I'll use my laptop keyboard to play that in. I can click in, but just my laptop keyboard I think will be faster to do that. So let's go. Okay, I made some mistakes, but it's okay. I'm going to fix that. So first, once we press Ctrl Q or Command Q to quantize so that it stays on grid. So this, I'm going to bring this down. And then I'm going to bring this guy as well over here. Okay, so I'm going to go with that vibe. And this sounds really good, but I'm going to layer it. I'm going to copy this, paste it here. I'm going to layer it with like a deeper note so it sounds a little bit heavier. So I'm going to press Ctrl down or Command down to bring it down to a lower octave. Now the reason why I have this on two separate tracks is that I may use them in two different positions. Okay, so hey there, so just a quick one. If you're finding this tutorial helpful, I want to let you know that we also offer structured courses that you can learn step by step if you're trying to learn how to make beats or you're trying to learn how to mix and master. What you have to do is check out our website, sctutorial.com, and you also earn your certification when you complete the course successfully. The course comes with materials and resources that will help you learn, and what you'll be getting will be straight results so you can make bangers or even make killer mixes. So if you're interested, don't forget to visit our website, sctutorial.com, and check out our available courses. It's 100% online and you get to learn at your own pace in your own time. Simply visit our website once again, sctutorial.com, and get started today. Alright, so let's get back to the lesson. Next, I'm going to add an arpeggio sound, but this doesn't arpeggiate. We can trigger it and have an arpeggio in Serum, but I'm just going to open right here and just do it the manual way. So simply click that, change this to a quarter beat. Now simply duplicate this all the way. Let's hear how it sounds. I may change the position of the notes. Let's try a different position. So I'll be adding a bass, and the bass I'll be using is also from Serum, and this is the preset, the BA Basilic. Okay, so I'm simply going to come to the piano roll and then just follow the number ones. Okay, now bass are typically on the third and fourth octave. Okay, but I may move some notes around, but I'm going to just keep it here for now. Just follow it exactly as it is here. So let's hear how it sounds. Oh, I barely hear anything. Let's take it to a higher octave. Much better. Now we already have like decent melodies, like it's sounding really good at this point. And I'm going to add maybe an automation to, let's do it for the arp, for the arpeggio. So let's see what we can automate just to give it more of that house, that traditional house feel. Okay, so let's see what we can play with here. Perfect. So we're going to automate the mod wheel. I think I like that. So let's create a pattern for that. I like automating a different pattern so I can move it around and not be restricted to just the original place where it is. So if I move this pattern away from there, it won't automate this part of the beat. So I can move it away, kind of like a regular automation clip in FL Studio. So I can simply, once again, open the plugin, then hit record. But make sure you right click and make sure you have automation selected so that it records it, okay? If not, it's not going to record it. So we hit record. Perfect. So we have that going on, and you can see that, you can see automation here. Okay, so you don't need all of that. You can basically come in here by double clicking and changing the control from velocity to pattern controls and choose whatever you automated. You can see that right here, it's highlighted. So you can simply either make it more, or you can even introduce it in the beginning and then so you can see, you can even play with anyhow you want. So how you want to automate it's totally up to you, but I'm going to just keep it real simple and just do the regular rise. In fact, I think I may do a mix. So I'm going to keep that and then make unique. So I have different variations of the automations. I'm going to come right here. I'm just going to change it to maybe bars, or no, I think bar may be too steep. Let's do half beats. So you won't be that messy anymore, to be more confined. I'm gonna bring this down. So I can use that at some point as well. So I think it's time I break this up. So I'm going to come right here. So I'm going to right click on the pattern right here and split by channel. If you can't find it, just make sure you're not on the clip section. Okay, there is audio clip section. You want to come to the pattern section right here on the playlist. So just simply right click and then split. Okay, you have them broken up into patterns. So I'll simply drag this down here, and I can simply highlight all of this and move it out of the way so that I have more space, you know, for my arrangements. So let's keep it somewhere around here. So first we're going to do at the top, move your playhead cursor, move to the very beginning and then press Option T or alternate T, and then you can simply name it intro. Then you can count 4 to 8 bars before your verse or your hook starts. Option T again, and then we have, let's maybe go with verse 1. Okay, you can start with a chorus or hook, that's fine. Then Option T, then we'll go to a pre-hook, and then Option T again after 4 to 8 bars, because typically pre-hooks are like 4 to 8 bars. Okay, verses are usually 8 to 16 bars. It could even be 12, and 12 also works. So Option T, then let's do hook 1. We're still on hook, and then we can have end. Boom. So it's going to be about 2 minutes, which is quite short, you know, but I've seen songs that are longer. So longer song just simply means it has more parts. It just keeps repeating, or it has longer parts. Maybe instead of 8 bars, you can have 12 or 16 bars repeatedly. Okay, now that I'm pretty much done, I'm going to play it from the top so I will get a feel of how it sounds.
Purchase your tracks today. Purchase your tracks today. Purchase your tracks today.
Well, that's pretty much it. If you found this helpful, do not forget to like and subscribe for more tutorials, tips, and tricks. Cheers.